All right, so I'm working on a project now, and I'm hoping it goes well because I honestly have not tried this yet. But one of the things that Silverados, and I even think GMCs haven't done in a while, I can't remember when they stopped doing this, is putting footwell lights into their trucks. And so since I've had the truck, I've kind of wanted some footwell lights. And so done some researching online. I've looked at some forums, read them, and I think I know how I'm going to do this. And so you look online, you see videos, everybody putting goofy colors and stuff like that. That's not really what I wanted. I just want some nice white lights to match the rest of the LEDs into the truck. I went to the local parts store and picked up a couple of accent lights, and this is where I've placed them in my 2021 Silverado. And so if you look right here, I'm not really sure what this is, but these accent lights right here that I got are the perfect size, and they fit perfect into this little hole. There was a little hole right here. And so I've got it wired right in here. And I think where I'm going to splice it into, because I want to keep this as OEM as possible. Again, I don't need goofy color changing, strobing, going with the music. I just want something nice and subtle at the bottom to come on when I open the doors, where I can dim down, and I want it to come on when the backlights are on inside the truck. And so to do this, I think I've done it. And these BCM connectors right here, it's kind of hard to tell. You can either, there is a spot in this first one that you can plug it into, or if you move this, that last gray wire right there. And so I'm going to figure out a way, best way to splice it and get a ground. Now, I've already ran the wire for the passenger side. I'm just going to start with the front of the truck. I might later go back and splice in some for the back seat, but not yet. And so I've already ran the wires here. And I'm doing this the easiest way possible, so I don't have to take anything off. So what I did to run the wires here for the passenger side is I just got my old antenna that I had on here, because I put on the stubby antenna, and I just taped the wires to it and ran it all the way through behind the center console here. And I'll walk over and show you where I put the passenger so far. All right, so this is where I ran the passenger light, and it is right here. Again, there was a hole here. I don't know what this bracket is. I think it's connected to this dash here. And then I'm probably going to rewire this because I want to go over these wires here, tuck it up a little bit better. But once I get done, these wires will be tucked up behind here. You won't be able to see it or anything like that. And so again, I just wanted it OEM style, just some bright color lights to light up the footwells at night, and when I open the doors and everything. All right, so this is the moment of truth. I've got the driver's side hooked up, but I thought I had a quick splice, but apparently I don't. I didn't get the passenger side wired up yet, but I'm going to go ahead. If I did this correctly, if I open the door, footwell lights should light up. Let's see. Oh, there it is. And so go ahead and show y'all. There's the light. And if you can see, I've got the wires tucked up behind this carpet here, all throughout here. And then I went ahead and went into this bolt right here. I don't know if I'll keep it there, but for right now I am. It's tucked out of the way. Again, I've got the wires right here to go to the passenger side. And what I'll do is I'll just splice into these wires once I get that in the morning. So let me go and shut off the lights. I'll get in the truck and I'll show you what else it will do since I did that. And I'll show you exactly where I plugged it in at. All right, so it is darker than dark. So let's see what this really looks like in pitch black. So that's kind of brighter than I want it. So let me go ahead and let me sit down and I'll show y'all kind of what it'll look like. Let me turn this on also so that when the lights turn off here in about 30 seconds, it'll stay on. All right. All right, so that's what it looks like. So like I said, if I did this correctly, I should be able to dim them with the backlights of the dash and the cluster and all that. So I'm going to make it brighter, so there you go. So getting brighter, 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 brighter. So that's as bright as it'll go. And then there you go. It dims. So that's probably what I'll keep it. That's nice and dim. And so tell me what y'all think. Again, I didn't get the quick splice. I thought I'd had some at home, but I've got to get some in the morning. And then I'll hook up the passenger side. And I'm going to show y'all where exactly I spliced into this BCM connectors. All right, so let me get back under here. I'll show y'all this BCM connector. And so it's this one right here, this gray one. And so what it is I just used a T-tap. And if you look online, if you look to see kind of the patterns of these BCMs, this one would be labeled X7. You've got 7 here. You've got 1, 2, you can't really see it, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the gray is 7. And so what I did in that 7th one, that there's a yellow wire right there. And if you get a T-tap, you can just connect it into it. And what it is, it's the dimmer control for your backlighting. And so that's what I tapped it into. So every time you open the door, it'll turn on at night when your lights and your cluster and on your dash and everything are on, then it'll turn back on. And so again, just get a T-tap, tap it into that yellow wire. And then, like I said, I put it in this, again, I don't know what exactly this is kind of running to. But it had the perfect hole to put this light in. You can use LED strip lights. You can stick it on anything up here. But I found this easier. And again, I didn't need any goofy, different color rainbow lights or anything. I just wanted a nice white light. And then your ground wire, you can put it anywhere. There was a couple bolts I thought maybe right here. But what I had, I couldn't really put it on there. And so I put it on this one. But I may move it 2 over here. But anyways, the ground is easy to do. I mean, it was mainly figuring out which BCM wire you can plug into. And so that's the one I thought worked well. It fades off with your lights, fades on with your lights, and everything like that. So hopefully this helps someone who wants to put some Footwell lights in your truck.